Over 1,000 high school quarterbacks were evaluated. 24 competed at the finals in Los Angeles, and now only the Elite 11 remain. Here at Nike campus in Portland, Oregon, their competition will be joined by 166 of the best position players in high school football. They'll now be throwing to the best wide receivers and against the best defensive backs, and they will battle to become MVP.
Juice in here, let's go! Next team up!
At week's end, the quarterbacks and their teams will compete in a 7-on-7 tournament where a champion team and an MVP quarterback will be crowned. The time for rankings is over, and the field is wide open. With a dominant performance, any quarterback could go out and win the Elite 11 MVP. The early leader for MVP is Clemson commit Trevor Lawrence out of Cartersville, Georgia, who was ranked #1 throughout the Elite 11 process.
Trevor Lawrence obviously came in looking to win this MVP, and he's got a squad that he could do it with.
Nice, that's beautiful, Trevor. That's beautiful tempo.
What other formation can we run Fox 2 out Winston out of? I think Trevor's calm enough, and it seems very easy for him. I don't think there's anything he can't do.
Good, there we go.
Justin Fields, a dual sport athlete that looks to be draftable in both baseball and football, may have the best shot at beating Lawrence for MVP.
Justin Fields is explosive. He's a special athlete.
Oh, we got a 3 chance!
He's that dual threat quarterback, but there's no running in this competition, and he's still one of the top throwers here.
Turn, get your eyes around. Good, Justin.
I really don't have to do anything special. I feel like I've put myself in a great position to win, just executing the plays and doing what I'm supposed to do.
For Virginia Tech commit Quincy Patterson, who entered Los Angeles ranked #23, and was the last player to qualify for the Elite 11 this year. Overcoming the odds is part of his DNA, and even he can make a run for MVP.
Really, I just have to have command over my team and just keep getting better every single day and then produce on the field.
That's pretty nice, huh?
Let's go, Dorian.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson, or DTR, has yet to start a high school game at quarterback, having backed up last year's Gatorade Player of the Year, Tate Martell. But the UCLA commit impressed during the finals, and now has designs on winning the whole competition.
What a unique opportunity for him to actually compete and beat other people out. He didn't have that chance as a junior, but he's got it up here.
Anything to get that #1 spot, I'm gonna do, and definitely trying to go for that MVP.
Set, go.
Florida commit Matt Corral from football powerhouse Long Beach Poly in Southern California looks to use his big arm and put up impressive numbers on his way to winning MVP.
The big step for him is being able to show that, yes, he does have this big, strong arm, but that he can make all the throws, he can make the reads.
Good ball, good ball.
There you go!
The quarterbacks have trained, drilled, and learned. But the week up in Portland goes beyond football. The competitors get a chance to use their arms in another way, taking a cue from their NFL heroes from this year's Pro Bowl and playing a little dodgeball.
Let's get it on, baby!
Yeah. Everything, as always around here, is evaluated. It's not just how well you throw, how well you catch. Let's see how well you play this great game, okay, fellas? Oh, he's a gangster.
Dodgeball provided a well-needed opportunity for bonding. But before the competition heats back up, these aspiring NFL quarterbacks get a chance to hear from a longtime veteran of the league.
Give it up for Larry Fitzgerald.
When it comes to competing, you know, they got young guys that come in every single year. They're drafted to come take my job. They'll do it for less. They're younger, they're more athletic, but I will never allow them to take my job just because they're not willing to pay the price that I'm willing to pay for it.
Larry Fitzgerald was not even a foot in front of me. I remember playing with him in Madden. Like, Larry Fitzgerald is right there in front of my face. Gave us great advice.
I'm 34 years old and I still have that mentality. Whenever you have the chance to compete, you always want to bring your best.
Wherever you're at, be a professional at what you do.
Give it up for Larry Fitz.
I think it's extremely important for them to be able to compete against the best in the country because when you walk away from it, you know exactly what you need to improve on. And you need to continue to rise to the top, you know, to be the best when you get to college. And I think it's important to be able to compete and find out, you know, who's the Don Dada.
That's it. The time for pleasantries is over. From here on out, it's strictly competition. The teams are outfitted in brand new custom Nike uniforms from head to toe. This is the culmination of the 13 regional camps, the 3-day Elite 11 finals in Los Angeles, and now the week-long outing in Portland. Quarterbacks will now test themselves against the best defensive backs in the country, and it all comes down to the 7-on-7 and the race for MVP.
I cannot wait to watch how these quarterbacks manage their teams, how they operate in critical environments.
And the competitive juices start flowing, and these kids that we thought ran a 4.5 actually run a 4.4. These quarterbacks who maybe struggled with accuracy on this throw, and now they're ripping dimes. 7-on-7 really brings it out of them.
Who was the best quarterback throughout the 7-on-7 competition? Who absolutely dominated? And that's the guy who's gonna win the Elite 11 Finals MVP.
So remember me till the end of me, cause my legacy is gonna be legendary.
7-on-7 games are about to begin at the opening at Nike World Headquarters, and the quarterbacks in the 2017 Elite 11 class look forward to the upcoming competition against their peers. But regardless of what happens in the coming days, these QBs are already a part of an honored brotherhood that includes a long list of NFL greats.
The legacy of Elite 11 goes very deep. You have Heisman Trophy winners, you have first overall picks, you have Super Bowl winning quarterbacks.
This is its 19th year, and the names that have come through from the Tim Tebows to the Deshaun Watsons.
Nice, Deshaun.
Personally, for me, getting to remember Jameis Winston when he was 185 pounds, soaking wet 6 years ago, and now he's the first overall pick, year 3 in the league.
Let's go, Goff. Here we go.
Getting to see Jared Goff, the way his ball finished, the way that he was able to attack defenses was an indicator that he could possibly do it at the NFL level. Matthew Stafford, Detroit Lions, Andrew Luck, Indianapolis Colts, all went through the process, all eventually became #1 overall picks.
The legacy really lives on, and there's great players coming out of each class.
And you can basically look at a depth chart of quarterbacks in the NFL and say, was he an Elite 11 quarterback? He probably was.
For the 2017 Elite 11 quarterbacks, attention now turns toward 7-on-7 and the race for MVP. Day 1 begins with pool play, where each team plays 3 games in a round-robin style. From there, the teams are seeded for the final tournament bracket, and eventually, a champion is crowned.
Hey, fellas, the chains is off the dogs. I want to see who's gonna eat. Somebody get a break, defense up.
Game 1, Savage Pro and Lunar Beast. You got potential MVP candidates on both teams. We're looking at Trevor Lawrence. Really unique opportunity. Right off the bat, all eyes are going to be on him.
Ball out, bro. Honestly, I don't really feel like I have a target on my back because there's not much separation. We're all really good quarterbacks.
Lunar Beast on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Lunar Beast.
Look at the opposite side, you got Quincy Patterson.
I think the biggest thing for Quincy to win the MVP is he needs to stick with the progressions.
Black 8! Black 8! Sit it!
Here we go.
Each team has 2 quarterbacks that share playing time during pool play. Lawrence's teammate, University of Kentucky commit Jarren Williams, gets the start for Savage Pro and scores 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah!
Quincy Patterson gets his first opportunity under center, already down 21-6.
Quincy, this is you.
This is a big series for us. We score here, we solid. Quincy came out, made a splash right away. Got a big play right off the bat.
Let's go, Q.
Throw it.
All right, Quincy gonna take a shot deep and wide open, and I mean wide open is Anthony Schwartz. Touchdown, Lunar Beast.
We good?
Yeah, yeah.
Gun, double left, gone left, Wilson on 1-1, ready?
But Lawrence struggles on his first drive and turns the ball over on downs.
First drive for Trevor Lawrence, a 3-and-out for Savage Pro, and that gives way to Quincy Patterson.
But Quincy Patterson struggles to put together another scoring drive in the game.
Base hut.
There it is. Let's do it. Come on, let's go.
And now all eyes turn to Lawrence. It's time to see if the competition's top-ranked QB can find his rhythm.
So Trevor Lawrence, he's been on the map for a number of years now, carrying that #1 ranking.
Let's keep moving. Let's go.
Green Ice to go.
Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown pass on field 2.
Lawrence's touchdown is his only score in the game, but it's enough for Savage Pro to pick up their first win in pool play because of teammate Jarren Williams' stellar first half. Both Patterson and Lawrence will have to play better in upcoming games to make a case for winning MVP. Pool play rolls on. Mock Speed takes the field, led by Justin Fields, who along with Trevor Lawrence is an early favorite to win MVP.
All Justin needs to do to win this tournament is simple. It's go out there and be who he is and go and make plays.
Great cornerbacks, great DBs, just being able to score on them. That's going to be the fun part.
Mock Speed will face Alpha Menace, quarterbacked by Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and Matt Corral out of Long Beach Poly in Southern California.
Having a really unique arm talent, Matt's got a chance to take this thing and grab it.
DTR has to show us that he can go in there and look at number 1 in progression, number 2, and number 3 with efficiency. If he can do that, he's going to have a great tournament.
1, 2, 3.
Miss. Here we go, Parker, we're up. Here we go. That first group of offense, we're up. Here we go.
Justin Fields wearing number 1, pushing for that number 1 quarterback spot.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, watch flat.
Goes to his right, and that one dropped by Alontae Taylor.
Justin Fields struggles on his first 2 drives of the opening half and turns the ball over on downs twice.
Fields has Ricky Slade Jr. out to his right, finds him, but short of the marker. Back-to-back drives for Fields and company, turnover on down.
Hey, let's set the tone right here. About accuracy and quick decision, right?
UCLA commit Dorian Thompson-Robinson enters the game looking to make a splash.
Wide 80 to go. There you go, nice shot, nice shot.
Good take.
There you go.
Wide 80 to go.
This kid can absolutely ball. You see him there. Who's the CNI single in baseball?
That was kind of just like God on my side, just kind of them bouncing my way, and my receiver ended up catching it, so that's just how it went.
We'll clear him out. XD pinch.
Wide 8 to go.
DTR looking fade. He's got Jordan Adams. Tip drill. Hauled in. Touchdown.
Yeah, baby.
DTR's combination of skill and luck leads to a first-half TD. And now Justin Fields starts to feel pressure to respond.
Wide 8 go. Stay away from your progression. Right there, easy. Right now, 1. Let's go, get vertical. There you go, right there.
Wide 8 go.
Here's Fields. He's going to go to the same place DTR did. Touchdown.
Ball, let's go.
And just in case you were wondering, that is 6, folks.
It's a good play call, awesome route. It's just the whole 9 yards, just execution by the offense.
After the first half, Justin Fields' Mock Speed leads it 7-6.
I feel like I did pretty good working the offense, hoping Matt can go up and do the same, and then we'll keep this thing rolling.
Right inside.
Great progression, great ball.
In the second half, Matt Corral doesn't skip a beat for Alpha Menace and starts to make his case for MVP.
Corral in the gun.
We got it. Let's go.
You know he's got velocity. Didn't need all of it there to find Jeremy Ruckert, who was wide open.
Yes, sir.
Corral's big touchdown puts Alpha Menace up 18-7, and Justin Fields' Mock Speed picks up its first loss, pool play. So far, Fields and Trevor Lawrence haven't performed as well as expected, and quarterbacks like DTR and Matt Corral are gaining ground for MVP.
With DTR and Matt, honestly, both these guys have done really well. They've bought in, so we're excited to see what they do.
With each passing game, the opportunities to impress the coaches grow scarce. Fields will soon get a chance to redeem himself as Mock Speed faces Savage Pro, led by Clemson commit Trevor Lawrence, in a game that has major MVP implications. 7-on-7 pool play continues as Justin Fields will get a chance to bounce back after losing his first game. Mock Speed faces Savage Pro in a marquee matchup between Trevor Lawrence and Fields, who came into the day as number 1 and number 2 for the Elite 11 MVP.
I mean, it's 2 of the top dudes in the country. You know, it's awesome to see that type of competition in this setting and this type of event.
The first game, I think we were trying to get completions and kind of getting a feel for each other. The second game, I just wanted to cut them loose and tell them just make good decisions.
Wide 8 go.
Justin Fields puts the loss against Alpha Menace behind him and comes out of the gate moving the chains.
Wide 8 go.
Fields looking. Touchdown, move forward.
Thank you. That's perfect, J. Field.
The sustained drive for a touchdown was impressive, but Fields shows his ability to score on the big play as well.
Justin Fields launches one.
Let's go.
Finding Josh Fan a little bit behind him. Touchdown.
Let's go.
Quarterback Justin Fields for the 80-yard touchdown for Team Mock Speed.
Good job, baby.
Hey, they're balling out. We gotta score. Let's go.
Trevor Lawrence now takes the field, looking to erase his uneven performance in the opening game.
3 names to go.
Lawrence throwing. That pass is picked off, Felder, going the other way. Caden Stearns.
Caden Stearns sort of baited him into throwing that interception. Then he turned that interception into a touchdown.
I thought it was a good throw.
He didn't look.
Yeah, I thought it was a good throw. We got a little bit out of sync, I think mainly because the coverage that was being run, Trevor had never seen before, and I'm sure a lot of these high school kids have never seen before.
Lawrence's Savage Pro squad trails 20-0 at halftime, but head coach Craig Nall decides to keep him at QB in the second half.
I want him to try to work through some of those growing pains.
I'm good now. Everything bad that's happened could happen, so we're good. Yeah. So I was pretty mad there for a while, just at myself, but I got to come out there and fight through the adversity. Hey, yo, let's go. Come on. 380.
But the second half starts a lot like the first, and Lawrence continues to struggle against these elite defenders.
Don't force it. If you can complete it to the tight end, go ahead and get it, and we'll just march it right down the field.
Honestly, that back was outside. He's got some long.
All right, we'll just try not to think so much. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, he's open, I'm gonna give him the ball.
Okay.
As Lawrence tries to recapture his form, Justin Fields shows no sign of letting up.
Wide, ready, go. Got him.
Nice ball! We've seen everything that Fields can do, and right here, we've seen the zip that he can put on the football.
That's it. With a dominant play by Justin Fields, Mock Speed goes on to win 26-0, and Fields is the new leader in the MVP race.
The big movement today was Justin Fields. Without a doubt, climbed ahead of Trevor Lawrence in their head-to-head matchup. Trevor got a little stuck playing big arm, muscle, the ball, football, where Justin was an absolute surgeon. He was highly efficient and truly dominated.
For the first time in the competition, Trevor Lawrence has slipped out of the #1 spot.
I want to see this from you. You haven't had much adversity in your high school career. I mean, you really haven't. You win every time you play. You rip dimes all over the place, and let's see how you bounce back and play the next time you get a chance.
Yes, sir.
We're going to regroup and focus and go out there and put a better product on the field.
7-on-7 pool play continues at Nike headquarters. Virginia Tech commit Quincy Patterson struggles to get his offense going.
That pass tipped and intercepted.
You gotta catch that, bro.
He throws 2 interceptions in the first half.
That's a clear interception Quincy never even saw.
I'm more so disappointed in myself because, you know, the guys out there putting work. They even saying, like, why aren't we scoring? And, you know, I put that on myself.
In 2 years, Florida commit Matt Corral and UCLA-bound DTR will be battling it out on opposite coasts. But on this day, as Alpha Menace teammates, they're ripping it.
The cannon of Corral.
Corral, touchdown.
And wide open in the back of the end zone, Rondale Moore, touchdown.
Wide eight to go.
DTR, 4th down. Got to make something happen. Jordan Adams is there to help them do so.
Their team earns the #1 seed going into the playoffs.
I think they're both playing really well. They're both competing. They're both supporting each other. That's a unique thing.
There we go.
The coaching staff enters the war room to take stock on the day's results and assess the race for MVP.
You gotta look at Matt Corral. He's got all the tools. His team's gonna be talented. He's gonna have to be special, but if he is, which we've seen him be, I wouldn't be shocked if he's the MVP.
Obviously splitting time with Dorian. I thought Dorian had a really good day. He ripped a lot of great throws, and again, that team came out as a #1 seed today with both of those two alphas going at it.
My big takeaway is this: we saw Ivan Drago get cut and bleed. Trevor Lawrence hasn't lost a football game in 2 years, consensus #1 guy in the country. He got cut. We also saw Justin Fields make very difficult things look insanely easy. I think he has that gift.
I think those two guys wanted hard. Like they almost wanted harder, and it's kind of fun.
On the next Elite 11, there's 1 day left at the opening, and teams will be facing elimination as they go head-to-head in the playoffs.
Pool play is important, but now when you get in the bracket, it ratchets up a little bit, and the juices start flowing.
In the end, a champion team and an MVP quarterback will be crowned.